going on, people? Welcome to the Player Rated Show. Manchester United have basically cruised through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, winning 3-1 here at Old Trafford against Reading. Let's get straight into it, because it wasn't a great performance, really, was it? So I think this is going to be quite flat. I don't know if you're going to try and boost people up for no reason, just because, but I don't think Mina's going to let that run today. Yeah. Let's start with your favourite player, David De Gea.
Not much to do at all. Had one big save from Malacia situation. Yeah. Didn't see the ball. Good little save there. Other than that, nothing much to do. I'm going to give him a 6.
Yeah, 6, 7.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it's fair. You didn't have much to do, so I can't say 10.
Yeah, no, definitely can't say 10. Definitely can't. Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka, I give him a 7. I think going forward, he was working hard defensively. He was working hard, dropping the shoulder a few times. So yeah, I give it. I can't lie. A few times I wanted him to shoot, but he didn't.
Yeah, it's like he knows don't shoot. He did one actually when he got blocked in it, and then it went out for a corner. But when he gets into them positions, like me to say, you kind of want him to. Sometimes you're like, he does know he's limited. He's not on that.
Listen, I'm excited to see him do what he's doing, getting into positions. He's playing a bit more inverted. Yeah. He's trying to break lines. He's on the opposite. He's on the forward line, trying to get opportunities, the runs in when Bruno's got the ball in the pockets, when Eriksen's got the ball in the pockets. I want to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8. Okay. I think he's done really, really well.
8? Yeah, you're not trying to, is that all right? 8?
7, 8 is good.
I thought 7 was all right, but, we're through. Exactly. That's fair enough. Maguire.
I don't want to criticise him too much. I think he dealt with Andy Carroll, a lot better. Yeah. I'm going to give him a 6. Again, not much to do. Rotating the ball well, a couple clip passes. 6, maybe 7 at most.
Yeah, same. 6, 7. There wasn't really much to do, I think, defensively. I think with the corner that we conceded, we collapsed. But other than that, I think 6 is fair.
Yeah.
6 is fair.
I think, like you guys saying, against a Reading side that were playing, 5-3-2. Yeah. When they didn't have the ball, when they did have it, they was trying to do a 4-4-2, but they had it so little. 5 camped out along the back, and then they've gone with the 2 up front. And you know what you get with Andy Carroll. You don't have to go toe-to-toe and win every header with Andy Carroll, because you can't. He's always going to win it, or you might bring it down, but make sure he brings it down to no one, or make sure he flicks it on to no one. And I think once they work that bit out, they were all right. Yeah. So that's 2 6s for the centre-halves. Yeah, we agree with that?
No, I give Lindelof a 7. I give Lindelof a 7 because my reasoning is that he comfortably slotted into that left-hand side after midweek. He was playing on the right. So to be interchangeable in 2 different games, and also when Kobbie Mainoo came on and Garnacho, he was talking to them, telling Kobbie Mainoo come back into Malacia's spot when Malacia was going forward. So he's leading by example. So for that reason, I give him a 7.
Okay, so you think so? Mina's gone with slightly higher for Lindelof.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Again, it was a simple job at the back line. But good reasonings as to why. I think he dealt well with a couple counter-attacks as well, sweeping up well. So yeah, 7.
Lindelof does. I do like that he gives me a bit of calmness. Yeah. Like I think I've said it quite a few times, when the ball's popping up or it's a bit messy, he can take a touch and just play. Yeah. Yes, maybe physically or running in behind, or sometimes there's a few question marks, but I think he's like a steady Eddie, isn't he? Like you kind of know what you're going to get. But all right, cool. Malacia.
Raw. Had that big, massive mistake. Massive mistake. Gets booked as well. I'm going to give him a 6 as well. But is an exciting player. Had Junior Hoylett there, someone dynamic to fight against today. I'm going to give him a 6, but he's good.
6?
Yeah, I give him a 6. I think he offered a lot more going forward than defensively. I think defensively he was a bit inconsistent, but going forward I think he was overlapping a lot, getting a lot of balls like cutbacks into the box, which we were talking about earlier. So for that reason, I'd give him a 6. I do think Wan-Bissaka had a better game than him in terms of the 2 fullback positions.
Yeah, he's more composed, Wan-Bissaka. I think he is a little bit of a fizzy can of Coke, like just shake it and then you're gonna open it and then he's gonna just rattle around everywhere. He's like a little pit bull, that's what they call him, innit? And it's like, I just want him to relax a little bit, but that's just, you can tell that's the way he plays. He could have been on for a 5, because that before half time, we nearly concede because of that. He takes a touch, thinks he's got time, and he does not. And really, our dominance in the first half was nearly undone in that second. Then he gets booked in the second half, but I agree, going forward, up and down, that probably just rose him to a 6, but I think it could have been a 5. Let's go into midfield. Christian Eriksen.
Oh, I like Christian Eriksen's performance today. Really, really clever player. A lot of first touch passes as well. Ball dropping into him. First touch passes through the lines into Bruno. He's really clever. Good range of passing as well. I'm going to give him a 7. and just a 7. It should really be a 6. I don't think anyone done anything particularly well today, but I'm going to give him a 7. Worried about his injury issue. I don't know. It looked like he went straight down the tunnel. Worried about that. But overall, tidy. A lot of his work goes unnoticed. I'm going to give him a 7.
7?
Yeah, I give him a 6. I give him a 6 because he didn't play enough for me to give him a 7. He played like, I think it was like 52 minutes.
53
minutes, and he went down the tunnel straight away. I think it's when someone took him out.
Yeah, it was Carroll, I think.
That took him out, and then he went straight off. One thing I did like was how interchangeable he was with Bruno and Rashford. There was times when Rashford was dropping into that 10 and Bruno was dropping deep and Eriksen was running on the left-hand side, and quite often Bruno was trying to find him in that instance. So he was making a lot of off-the-ball runs, which I think he was quite impactful with. Obviously, he's known for his passing and whatnot, but because I didn't see enough of him, I'd give him a 6.
6, yeah, I think a 6 is fair. Casemiro.
Wow. Yeah, I was about to say, you know,
He's 10.
it's definitely a 10. I mean, fantastic performance today. Ran the show from minute 1. Really, really good goals. The second goal is really, really good as well. Place doesn't have to smash it, you know. All of a sudden, just skids off the surface into the corner. Yeah, definitely a 10.
Yeah, if I'm giving them like 6s and 7s, then Casemiro has to be a 10. I wanted him to get a hat-trick, so I was a bit upset that
He was on a hat-trick, big Casemiro.
I was a bit upset, but yeah, 10 for me. It was a great performance.
He's in certain games, he's just showing his class, innit? I mean, I felt today was a game that like needed like just a bit of a flash of something to happen. You didn't really think it was going to come from Casemiro. You didn't think he would be the one to provide that. You probably think it's going to be Rashford or something. But
there's been a few games this season. It's been like that where the goal comes from him and you don't expect it to. Chelsea, for example, Chelsea away. That's one game I can think of.
How many has he got this season now? 4, 5, maybe?
4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing all right. So you're not going for 10s?
Yeah.
Look at that. No delay. They went straight to 10s. Bruno Fernandes.
It's like you love him or you hate him. He's like Marmite, but at the moment I'm enjoying him and I think he's a big piece of Ten Hag's things. So today I give him a 6. I think he got an assist.
Yeah.
Obviously he didn't play that much. I think he played less than 70 minutes. So for that reason I give him a 6 because he was tidying up a lot in midfield.
I think if you don't get that assist, that's a 5. Yeah. He was close, but he's 6 is being kind because he got the assist.
Yeah, I'm giving him
in my
a 5.
opinion.
I'm giving him a 5.
Even with the assist.
Yeah. And he's my favourite player. You guys know. But it's a 5. You expect a bit more from him. You expect a bit more from him in the final third. A bit wasteful. Sometimes over dribbling. Lost the ball a couple of times as well. 5.
I just think there's this thing about Bruno that, like you said, he just gives the ball away so much. It's like sometimes you can't build the attacks, but then other times he's the finishing piece, or he's the pass before the pass and keeps the play moving spectacularly, or has the little sprinkle on top to lay someone in. And like we know, he's got the best stats for creating chances. So I've never seen a player like it, where it's so weird. Like you want to just rate them unequivocally. But then there's all these little caveats of like, but he doesn't do this, but he doesn't do that, but he does do this, he does do that.
When you don't play, we miss him.
We miss him, exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we he's our guy. Bruno's our guy, innit? But we're only marking it off the 90 minutes. But
exactly.
I think if he doesn't get that assist, I was giving him a flat 5 because he gave the ball away a lot. Shots going over wide. It just wasn't that. And he was frustrated with himself. After the shots, he's got it like that, and he knows. Let's move into the front line. Rashford,
I don't. But like the dribbling and the skills and the confidence, he's got a lot of confidence right now. Just for the disallowed goal, I'm going to give him a 6.
Yeah, that helps boost it up because technically he scored, but he didn't.
He scored and I don't think he should have been disallowed. So for that, I give him a 6. But he's looking confident.
Yeah.
He's looking confident. That free kick as well.
He got shot on target from that as well.
For that, I give him a 6.
Yeah, 6 as well. Dribbling in the second half, dynamic.
Sat couple man down.
Man down. The free kick was there as well. I thought the goal stood. I thought it stood for a minute there, and then obviously VAR pulled it back. That's it. That's really it. His game.
And then takes him off fairly early-ish.
Yeah.
I feel like Ten Hag's just trying to keep him in the rhythm. Yeah. Like, it's easy to go, right, we need Rashford for all the games, so don't play him in this. But also, it's like, when you're hot, strike when the iron's hot. Yeah. Keep the rhythm going. Technically, he got a goal, but he didn't, so that would have been good for him. I think the same will probably happen against Forest as well. You just keep him in that mode. I know some people could say, but what if he gets injured? But sometimes, when you got a player who's as hot as Marcus Rashford, you kind of want him just in that groove,
Keep going, especially when he's in form like the way he is. I think if he stayed on today, he might have got a goal.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have been disallowed.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you guys have gone for 6 for Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
Weghorst.
Interesting player. You know, doesn't look like he gets a lot of shots off or beats players with a lot of dribbling or the angles, creates spaces for himself, but he's working hard for the team, relentless. You know, never one similar to Bruno. He's giving you a lot of effort. So I'm going to give him a 6. He played well, but just didn't get his goal. I thought he would scored today. It was really betting on him to score today, but
Literally.
yeah, literally. But you know, just that, you know, we're not seeing enough heading opportunities. I know he does. He's a tall, physical kind of player, but I want to see him get on the end of more headers and bring it similar to Andy Carroll, who you could clearly see that's his style of game. Weghorst doesn't really have that. It's a lot more pressing and dynamic. But 6.
6, is that fair?
You know, I was leaning more towards 7. But I think I'm in 6.5. I give him a 6.
There's no halves. There's no halves on the player ratings, Mina. Whole numbers only.
I'm on the fence right now because defensively, like I said, he offers a lot. But also not just defensively, but the link-up play, the 1-2, like he's so wise with his 1-2 touching when he plays with his back to goal that he brings. Like I think there was I'm sure he had something to do with the Casemiro goal. Casemiro's first goal.
I haven't seen any of the goals back.
I might be wrong if I remember correctly. I think he had something to do with it. His physicality in the box. The only annoying thing is that he's not getting the opportunities, getting the crosses in the box. So for that, I'll give him a 6 because he didn't get a goal, but I think he does a lot off the ball, and I really think United benefited from it today as well.
Okay, so 6 and 6. I agree with 6. I agree with 6 for him. What rating would you give the man of the match, Antony?
Oh, that's a big question, Flex. I'm going to go 8. You know, was doing a lot of dribbling today, but he's extremely wasteful with his shooting, guys. I think, you know, extremely wasteful with the shooting. The shooting's not crisp, but, you know, the passing, the running, a lot of combinations, getting on the ball a lot. I'm going to give him an 8. I think that's maybe too high. I would go maybe a 7, but 8 because he got the man of the match.
Casemiro's a 10 and Antony's an 8. That's mad. I give him a 7. For his assist, and obviously he was creating quite a few chances. Like you said, he is wasteful with his opportunities. I think he took like 5 or 6 shots on goal today. Yeah. I can't even remember any of them being on target. And there was some times when people were making runs through them, like through around the defenders or through behind the defenders, and he was going for goal instead. So once he improves his decision making, and I think he's young, so I think it's something that he would develop with time. I think he will obviously start performing a lot better. But for today's performance, I give him a 7 because of his assist and because of what he provides defending, and he switched into that 10 role and was still providing defensive support to Facundo Pellistri on the right. So.
I was thinking 6 vibes, if I'm honest, because it's like, apart from the assist, I didn't see too much. But in terms of the mentality of the kid to just keep going, he's having a rough time. Not a rough time, but he needs our support, basically. He's early in his Man United career. There's some and ahhing in the stand sometimes. I did see him go at a couple of players, which was good. Then I saw some, the brakes were back on, but Forresty got a bit better. Today's, so, you know, I think sometimes we can get caught up in this thing so much where the noise is happening from outside, and then before we know it, as United fans, we're on him. But I suppose, you know, not to go on the fee, but let's just say about the position and the type of player that he is and the expectancy, we do want to see it. And I think Owen said it because, you know, he kind of can. Yeah. Like when sometimes he just takes the ball and just drives, and you're like, yes, do that more often. Yeah.
In comparison to the past,
he travels well with the ball and it gets us up the pitch.
And he likes to do the little touchline runs when he's running at a defender, and he gets past defenders so easily. Today he did that a lot more in comparison to the past. I think the last few games he would always slow down and do that little ball roll that he does and come back. Today he did that less. He was even trying to take on his man. Obviously he's doing step overs, trying to flick it through 2 defenders and run through. Frustrating, but it's one of them ones where this kind of game he can try that stuff, because I don't want to be rude. It's a weaker opposition. Yeah.
He did it at 2-0 as well, when he started rolling out a bit more.
Comfortably up. It's just that he needs to be more practical in his decision making when it comes to opportunities outside of the box, where he gets by a defender and a little gap opens up for him, and for him it's just, I'm going to shoot, when he could play a better pass. So for that reason, I gave him a 7.
Okay, really, really quickly on the substitutes. Kobe Mainu, quick.
5.
Yeah.
Bog standard.
Fred's 6. 7. He goal and assist. That's my guy. So I'm giving him a 7. If someone can get an 8 after that performance, Marcel, then I give Fred a 7.
Yeah, and in that time frame as well.
Yeah, 100% agree. No, 100% agree. 7.
Pellistri.
I liked Pellistri's performance, but I'm gonna give him a 6. Not a lot to do.
Who else? I think
Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Yeah, I think I'll give Garnacho a 6.
Yeah.
Him and Facundo, I think, were quite impressive off the bench, running at their man, got a few opportunities at goal. So I think Facundo was actually crossing it a lot more in than Garnacho was. So it's something different. So I give them a 6. I think Kobbie Mainoo was a 6 as well. I think he slotted into that little 6 role.
Yeah, especially at 10 men as well. We could just get on the ball, stroke it. And Ten Hag gets us through to the next round, starts a strong team, scores 3 goals, and we're through.
8.
Yeah?
Yeah, 8.
Solid 8?
Yeah, solid 8.
Yeah, I give him a 9. I give him a 9 for not backing down and, you know, overthinking formations.
Yeah, just play the team, just play the strongest team.
Play the strongest team, get us to Wembley.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let us know if you think the ratings are too harsh, as per usual, or if you think they're too lenient, let us know. And smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are gone through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. We'll see who we get by the end of the weekend. And hopefully we get another home draw. We've been blessed. We've been blessed with the draws in the Carabao Cup and in the FA Cup. So yeah, hopefully that continues. Take care. Peace.